Let me take you back to 1956, to Wall Street via Detroit. This is the year that car giant Ford went public after being private for more than half a century. Imagine a sense of vertigo for all those private equity investors who then watched that stock price jump by $5 on the first day. The point here is this: America's real wealth was built on private equity, and that's why Ford held on privately for over 50 years. These guys won during a financial crisis when everyone else lost. Millions can turn into billions when it gets involved in IPOs and private deals, especially in an era of incredibly cheap money. And now smart money is withdrawing from general investing in the public markets and focusing instead on IPOs and private deals. These are deals most investors don't even know exist, and a few who do know about them often don't know how to get involved or how to separate the good from the bad. Now, as a retail investor, it took me a long time to figure out how the system really worked. I had money to invest, but nowhere to park it safely. Now, what I'm about to tell you over the next few minutes won't make me many friends amongst the bankers, brokerages, hedge funds, and private equity groups. But the sad fact is that investing is a rigged game. And it's not rigged in a retail investor's favor. 85% of people who try to invest fail. They just lose their money and then they just stop trading. But here's something else to think about. If 85% of people who try investing fail, how can there be thousands of profitable dealing rooms around the world? And while the average investor continues to lose, top traders are maneuvering through a secret market full of under-the-radar opportunities, and they're armed with information that most people just simply can't get access to. Do these people know something you don't? Yes, they do. And that's exactly what I want to share with you today. Now, as the founder and CEO of oilprice.com, which is the most popular energy site in the world, I want to invite you to join the Inner Circle. It's a truly unique opportunity to access deals that can't be found on the open market. And the best thing about it is that it's entirely free. The power of the publishing world is that it brings you into contact with a huge amount of companies and intelligence networks, all of whom need you as a publisher in one way or another. Publishing the world's most popular energy journal was the key that unlocked the door to opportunities coming out of every industry segment you can think of. And it's given me access to the most promising equity deals out there. This is how I've built my wealth. And I've put tens of millions of dollars of my own money into some of these deals that I would never have known about otherwise. I definitely didn't build my wealth through brokers and definitely not through trading on the open market. The truth is that real profits are made in an entirely different arena, behind closed doors with insiders who have the advantage of access to information and deal flow you'll never have. So, let's level the playing field. Usually, there's nothing you can do about access to information. And that's exactly why we're inviting you to the Inner Circle, so you can get access to the information that brokers and funds aren't sharing with you. After a decade of operating what is now the world's biggest oil and gas publication, I have access to an unprecedented network of investors, including Wall Street insiders, the owners of multi-billion-dollar resource and tech companies, intelligence experts, and many more. Using these connections, we've created a niche investment community, a bridge between companies and accredited investors. For now, Inner Circle is a free service that gives you the opportunity to find good deals to invest in that would have normally been reserved for insiders. Some of the companies will work, some will fail, but when something works, it really works. Now, companies go to the market for two reasons: to cash out and to raise funds for the business. That's all the stock market is. And playing this rigged game is all about access to information. And that's what our Inner Circle is all about. This is where we narrow the gap between retail investors and desk traders. Before you step inside the Inner Circle, you have to understand a number of things. One of the most important is that a lot of the companies out there are complete garbage. They're just backed by smart investors looking to dump their paper around a weak story and transfer your money to their pocket. Now, no one wants to be honest about this, but most companies will fail. 50% of new companies fail after 3 years, and 85% of new companies fail after 6 years. And then we have the zombie companies, run by greedy managers. These are the walking dead who just keep accessing capital and diluting shareholders. They're not doing anything at all. They're just using you as a piggy bank, and they'll destroy your capital. So the trick is to find one that isn't a zombie and that will survive long enough to make you a profit. It took me decades to figure this out, and it was an ego-bruising journey. And what I learned was this: I'm not going to outsmart anyone in this game. I'm only going to win if I find an advantage. So if you step into the inner circle, you don't have to be a genius. You just have to accept that the only advantage in this game is access to information, access to insider deal flow. And what we bring you at the inner circle is deal flow. Lots of deals. Do we know ultimately what will work and what will fail in the long run? No, we don't. Some will work, some won't, but we'll bring you deals that will be priced to give you an advantage over the market at that moment in time. We will have done extensive analysis into each company and will only bring deals that have been fully vetted and are offered at a large discount to the market. Anyone who tries to tell you that any deal is a guaranteed success is lying. If you ever hear this, run, because you're about to lose your money. The best anyone can offer you is an advantage in the moment. If you're interested in learning how you can create wealth that could last for generations by joining a growing network, just sign up. It's free, it's easy, and we're not even interested in your data. The moment you sign up, you'll also receive our free 50-page guide on making the most out of your status as an accredited investor. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the inner circle.